I've always loved impossible prediction effects, tricks where the outcome is extremely clear. In my experience, when it comes to performing magic and mentalism, it's very rare for a trick to be too direct, for it to be too simple, for it to be too clear. But it's very easy for tricks to go the other end and be far too complicated. So I love a prediction trick. Right at the start, it's very clear. The performer is trying to attempt to either control people's choices or predict their free choices. It depends on how you want to present it. And nothing adds to the drama or the impossibility of it than giving people a chance to change their mind at the very last moment. I love the drama of that. You can change your mind at the last moment. So here's a trick I think you're going to really like. It's so direct. It's just a really direct trick. And there's a couple of virtues. First, you got a deck of cards, right? And you've got an envelope. This is going to be your prediction. And what's really cool about this trick that I really like is it's very direct and that people can start by shuffling the deck. So I want you all experienced magicians out there to keep in mind the deck can be thoroughly shuffled, no switches, etc. It's a shuffled deck. The deck can even be borrowed and shuffled, okay? And you say, look, we're going to try something. How free do you think you are? How much freedom do you think you really have? And you say, look, I'm going to start dealing the cards on the table here in a couple of different piles. And at some point, when you feel it, two separate piles here, I'm going to try to keep separate. At some point when you feel it, I want you to say stop whenever you want. They say stop, let's say there. And you say fine. Now you've essentially stopped me at 3 cards. You shuffle the deck, you stop me at 3 cards, okay? Because there's the one down on that pile, there's the one on that pile, and there's the one up here. Which one do you want? And totally free choice at this point. Not going to play any games. The one you choose up here, down there, is the one we're going to use. And let's say they say the one down here, and you say, fine, that's the one we'll use then. You say, look, you're very careful here. No sleight of hand, no funny moves. You show 8 of clubs was the card they stopped. This envelope has been in full view the entire time. And again, no switches. Borrowed deck, shuffled, deal them out, all very fair. And that last minute opportunity to change their mind, which I really love. And then impossibly, you show 8 of clubs. Now in this video, I'm going to reveal the secret to you. You're going to love how simple it is, how direct. This is the kind of card trick that can play really big. You can do this at a private party for 25 people. You can close your show with it. I'm going to show you a few other ideas with using a jumbo playing card, okay? Or you could even use 3 other miscalls. We'll get into that, or mispredictions, okay? So I'm going to share all that with you on this video today. We're also going to have a question of the week, a chance to win some stuff, and I'm going to announce the winners of last week's reconstruction contest. Last week, a bunch of you on the video left a variety of, you left, I think, your birthdays. Anyway, we narrowed it down to 12 winners of my reconstruction card trick. And as always, if you want to check out the previews for some of my gimmicks, my gear, my downloads, go to sankeymagic.com. Okay. Let's jump in right here I'm going to ask you the question of the week, in fact. Now, this week, I'm going to give you a chance to win one of my mind-bending mentalism collections. This is 20 tricks, most of them real simple, not this one. This is just a freebie here on YouTube. But 20 really strong mentalism tricks I know you're going to like. The collection's called Mind Bending. Your chance to win, one of 12 winners. Your chance, I want you to leave a comment down below. And it's kind of an interesting one this week to me. If you could truly read minds, if you could really read people's minds, what's one thing you would definitely do with that supernatural power? What's one thing you would definitely do if you could truly read the minds of other people, either individuals or group? So leave a comment down below. Let me know. You'll be automatically entered into this week's contest for my mind-bending mentalism collection. All right, let's take a look at this. This is so simple. If you're at work and you figure, hey, I want to watch a quick video here and learn a really cool trick to amaze your friends, this is it. Okay, it's very simple. It was inspired by the 3-shell game. The idea that with the 3 shells, 3 usually walnut shells, there's one pea, and there one little green pea or little whatever it can be, one little small thing, a bead. It is hidden behind. It's sort of, I don't know where it is. And the psychology of that, of having something that can be secretly moved around during the performance, is exactly the essence of this. If I'm going to do the envelope prediction, I have the 8 of clubs. Okay? I have it in the envelope, written out here. Okay? Now, there's a particular reason why I'm using an envelope, and a particular reason why I suggest you could use a jumbo playing card if you wanted to. Okay, or this is a crazy big one. I mean, this is really big. But typically jumbo cards magicians use are about half this big. They're a great size too, because these are the things under which you're going to hide the card you're going to force. All right. So let's say borrowed deck version. Okay. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards. The cards have been shuffled. Now with your own deck, you're gonna already have the 8 of clubs secretly on top of the deck before you start. But with a borrowed deck, of course, you can have the cards shuffled, take them back, and say, "Oh yeah, these look pretty well shuffled. Good job." And in doing that, I've been able to secretly cull the card to the top that I needed. And the way I did that is I just spread out the cards until I spotted the card. And then I secretly, with my right fingers, I pulled that card to one side, kept spreading the cards, and slid the card to the top. It's called culling. It's not hard to do. For example, let's say I want to force the 5 of spades. But this will take practice. The real practice is not the technical. It's the confidence. It's doing it in performance. Shuffle deck, boom, take this back. Let's see, I gotta say, I've seen a lot of shuffle decks. You did a pretty good job. And just in leaning in and saying pretty good job provided me with plenty of misdirection to slip the 5 of spades to the top of the deck. Okay, so this trick starts with your 8 of clubs on top of the deck, whether it's a borrowed and shuffled deck or whether it's your own deck. All right? I say, look, I have a prediction here, and we're going to see if whether or not and the trick's done. Just like that. Because just like that, I had my showed front and back. I casually put it on top of the deck. And then when I took it, all I did, I had a little break there with my pinky. I use that a lot. When I took the envelope off the deck, I just reached and slid this card off. So the 8 of clubs secretly gets stolen under the envelope, okay? That's the key to this. Now notice I can literally have the deck, I can take the deck back, steal it underneath, put the envelope on the table, and the card is now, I just don't want it to fall here, the card is on the table under the envelope, right? Then I give the deck out and shuffled. That deck is thoroughly shuffled. It can even be a borrowed deck, like I said. This is one of the key reasons this is so impossible. It's a shuffled deck, right? Then I take the cards back, pick up my envelope with my card underneath, and I start thumbing off piles. Boom, boom. And you're doing this, and what you want to make sure is that they're not, you don't want to lay the cards down so they're all neat. You want a little bit of the cards going off to the side. Now, because the technique you're going to do is to secretly add this card to one of the piles, or on top of the deck, it's key that they don't say stop before you have a few cards down, which is why I always start dropping the cards and say, we're going to try something. I'm going to drop a few cards down on the table, and I want you to follow your instinct or see if you can get a sense of what my prediction might be. And by then I've got 4 or 5 cards in piles already. So let's say they stop right there. And I say, so you stop me at a card. I say, actually, you stop me at 3 cards. Because there's a card up here. There's the card down there and the card down there, and I'm conditioning them now so that when I do the drop-off move, it's going to seem like nothing, rather than just going, that one there, okay, and it looks awkward now. I'm sort of saying, well, you got this card, that card, which one in particular do you want? You know, card up there, which one? And let's say they choose the one over here, and I say, okay, that's the one you want. And you can see, you can't see through the envelope. There's no way you could have seen it. I lift that up as a little bit of misdirection, having just drop the face down card on top of the pile, right? Can do the same thing with the right second, or I can do this over here like this if they say they want this one. I say, and I even side jog it, push it off to the side. Say, you're sure that's the one you want? They say yes. And I say, this envelope has been in full view the entire time. You'd agree, right? Full view. And they say yes. And just like that, I've been able to drop it off. So even though last second they have several choices, they can change their mind. They can go this one or this one, this one. And even though the deck's shuffled, you're always in control. Every single time. Now I want to show you 2 other quick things with this, but before we do, the reconstruction winners from last week. Congratulations, you 12 won. If I say your name, please send an email to my team at contact@sankeymagic.com. Let them know your real name, your shipping address, and they'll mail out to you a collection of my reconstruction stickers. These are specially printed, custom color labels, and you can do, if you want to check out some of the amazing effects you can do with them, definitely, as always, go to sankeymagic.com and search reconstruction. All right, you 12 won. Tim Carper, congratulations. Chico DeCosto, David Vigil, Augustine Bolt, Peter Buttrose, Tyrone Dietz, Truth Seek, Jill Scarfarillo, Herbert Martinez, David Fabos, Buckeye Slim, and Ryan Harianto. You 12 won. Congratulations. Now, this last tip I want to give you here is involving using a jumbo card. You can use a jumbo card from the beginning, and you could do it face up. Notice that from the very beginning, you could have this stolen underneath this jumbo card and say, this is my prediction. Very bold, because this way they can see it in full view. And then it definitely becomes something that has that sense of, is he going to try to control us? Because you're being very bold. I think there's more mystery for sure having it face down, but this will suit some of your performance styles. The other tip I wanted to give you here is inside the envelope, rather than having a drawing, what I've done in the past is I've had 3 cards, red backs, so different color backs than the blue deck, right? 3 red back cards. And I say, actually, this has been here the whole time, da-da-da-da. And I didn't make 1, 2, I made 3 predictions. And you show them all face down, okay? These would be red backs. Maybe they got numbers or X's or question marks on them. And you say, got it down to 3 cards. And only now would you turn over, showing, at this point, here's your predictions. Say, which one did you? It's an 8 of clubs, let's say 8 of clubs. And you go, well, isn't that interesting? Because I narrowed it down to 3. And you turn, and all 3 of the red back cards are 8 of clubs. So all 3 of your apparently different predictions turn out to all be the same card matching. So that's got a nice theatrical twist. I love it when you can lead people down a certain path. They think, oh my God, if that happens, it's amazing. And then it turns out that does happen, but on the way there are a couple of twists in addition to that. Surprise really is one of the big keys to theater, and that's something I try to do a lot. So anyway, very cool trick, easy to do. Like I said, it plays big. And do not forget, question of the week, to leave a comment down below. If you could read minds, what would you do with that secret power? One thing you would definitely do if you could read minds. Thank you so much for watching. As always, have fun with this stuff. My experience is magicians and people like magic take it too seriously. There's too much ego and vanity. I think the best thing you can do is give people a sense of joy, a sense of wonder, and definitely don't come across as having a big ego or you're above people or some sort of snotty performance. You definitely want to avoid that. Anyway, have a great day. Have fun.